Shita Ushna is on the physical level. Sukha Dukkha is on the mental level. Man Apaman is on the ego level. Shita Ushna, Sukha Dukkha, Man Apaman. That means physically, mentally, egoistically. If you want to make our system conducive for focusing on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we should make our mind undisturbed like a unwavering lamp kept in a room where there is no wind blowing. Now, what is the meaning of that? Yata depo nivatasto nengate sopamasmrita yogino yata yunjasya yunjato yogamatmanah. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. As a lamp kept in a windless place does not waver. But if you open the window, then wind blows in. Then the lamp, it shakes. Now, what is the difference between a shaking lamp and a non-shaking lamp? The lamp is compared to our consciousness. If our consciousness is focused only on Super Soul, Lord in our heart, and there is no other object of meditation, we are not thinking about the foreign chants, we are not thinking about a better company, we are not thinking of a bigger car, we are not attracted to the opposite sex, we are not attracted to some eating, some special item which is being cooked, you want to reserve it today. Mind is not distracted by any other object. There is only singular fixity on Super Soul. That is called as the lamp which does not shake. But as soon as you open the window, the wind blows. Then the lamp will shake. Similarly, which means a yogi is one whose mind does not flow outward. Durashayaye bahirarthamanina. You say, Prahlad says, no, Durashaya means false hopes. Bahir arthamanina means to consider the objects of the material world which are all perishable, changing, relative, temporary, pain-producing, distracting, considering those things to be very purposeful and neglecting the Supreme Lord. This is a very famous pastime of the conditioned souls. Conditioned souls always run outward and chasing after the objects of the world. And therefore, their mind is compared to a waving lamp, which is always shaking. And try to think about this. If you are having a lamp, you are having a magnifying glass, and you are focusing on a paper. You are actually drawing all the diffused rays, and then you are focusing it on a paper or a cotton, and then it will burn it. Correct? No, that's due to concentration. But if you are shaking it like this, what will happen? Can it burn a paper or cotton? No, it cannot. Similarly, mind, which is like a waving lamp, which has no concentration, we cannot do anything good in life. We cannot do our school or college studies properly. If you are a businessman, you can't do your business properly. If you are a housewife, you can't focus on raising the children, performing the duties to husband and in-laws. They cannot do properly. If you are a brahmachari, you will not have fixity or concentration on one thing. Mind will be in clutter, running in dozens of directions. We will pick and drop many, many things in life. And we will be dissatisfied, frustrated, angry, upset. And we will be having clashes with everybody around. And we will not be able to accomplish anything in life if without a mind which is calm, cool, collected, serene, focused, and concentrated. So, therefore, I gave you till now a couple of examples. One, I gave you the example of a lamp which Krishna gives. Another one, the example of a magnifying glass. So, we need concentration. Therefore, one has to go to the root and find out what is the cause of the mental agitation. If you can stop that mental agitation, then mind can be concentrated. And the root cause of the mental agitation is the material absorption, which leads to the result of material absorption means, I told you once before, 5 P's. Penny, 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 money, 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 money is honey. Hankering for more money. And people connecting with different type of people. Man for a woman, woman for a man. And also connecting with big shots, making friends with some people so that they can help me later. Creating enmity with somebody because they didn't respect me. This is people. And penny, people, pleasures. There are 5 pleasures. Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha. From the eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Chasing after these pleasures. It also causes, anxiety for us. Chasing up to these five type of pleasures. And also positions. Like, for example, when a man is working in a company for a few years, 5-6 years, then a promotion is going to come. He just casually puts a word to wife that a promotion is possible in next 2 to 3 months. Now, every day wife will be asking, are they going to select you or somebody else? And that causes anxiety. So better he had kept it with himself only. But because of his desire to get that post, he told somebody in the family. And then if he doesn't get it, he will feel himself incompetent. If he gets it, he becomes proud. Till he gets it, there is anxiety. If he loses it, there is lamentation. And if it goes to somebody else, there is fear. That person is my equal, now everybody will ridicule me. So all these things like, hankering, fear, lamentation, depression, frustration, all these things arise from material contact. So position and also possessions. Possessions means possessing things. Possessing a car. Car is very comfortable, but if there is an accident, it is not good. Isn't it? Possessing things of this world. So people, penny, possessions, position, and pleasures. So these are all called as material absorption of the living entity. And these are all based on the sense objects in this material world around us. Things and the people around us. Based on this. So if our mind is going to flow towards them, that is the cause of mental agitation. Shoka, moha, bhaya, all this. And then, na shochitana kankshati, Krishna says, akanksha means expectations, aspirations, ambitions. And shochati means frustration, lamentation, failure, these kind of things. So, and moha means illusion. Illusion means that which is pain producing, we think it is pleasure producing. Like, for example, there are so many people who are eating junk food in the last 2 decades or so, 2-3 decades. They thought it's pleasure producing. Junk food is naturally very tasty for the tongue. It's very crispy with maida and everything. But then after eating, it causes problem inside. Now they are realizing it is not good. And now when they get obesity, then doctor tells them, now you should eat only salads. But any amount of mung sprout you can eat cucumber, you can eat green leafy vegetables, raw. They say, people think, am I a horse or something to eat all this? People think. So it's not very attractive, but very healthy. That which is very harmful for the body is that's the problem. That's moha. Moha means what is not good for me to run after it. And what is good for me, I hate it. That is actually called a moha. So, when mind chases after harmful objects, things which are not good for me, then that is actually the cause of mental agitation. Mind becomes impure. When these objects fill up, actually, where are the objects existing? They are existing outside. So I am different from it, so why should I bother about it? We may think, no. You read 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a conversation between Hamsavatara and the Chatush Kumaras, along with Brahma also. So the 4 Kumaras had one question. We are living in this material world, how to separate the senses and sense objects and create a cleavage between the two so that our mind will be calm, cool, collected, peaceful, and we can focus on the super soul. So, at that time, they asked a question to Hamsavatar. They said that the sense objects enter into the senses and the senses enter into sense objects. Like that they said. Which is actually a fact. The more I associate with the objects of this world, they enter into those objects for which I will hanker later. Correct, no? Like, for example, you are going on the road, suddenly you see a car, a beautiful car, somebody is stopping the car in a signal. Immediately ask your friend, what is the name of the car? What is the model? You note down. That means what has happened to you now? I want it. Yeah. If you are praising someone, you have this car, then you want it. And that is how the sense object has entered into my head. Similarly, man looking towards a woman looking towards a man, they have entered the mind. In this way, you will find the sense objects enter the senses and the mind. Senses means mind ultimately. All the 5, Shrotam, Chakshus, Sparshanam, Rasanam, Granam, Evacha, Adhishtaya, Manashtaya, Vishayan, Upasevate. This is the mind. And these are the five senses. Whatever you take in through the senses, it goes to the mind. And once it goes in, what happens inside? It is like a snake inside the house. If a snake is inside your house, can you be peaceful? How many snakes you want? 4 or 5? We don't want to. Therefore, Krishna says, Sa nishchayena yoktavyo yogo anirvinna chetasa sankalpa prabhavan kamam styaktva sarvan asheshataha. He's saying, asheshataha means don't even leave one object within your mind. Even one object is there, it's like one snake. It is not going to keep you in peace. So, therefore, there's a very beautiful discussion by Sridhara Swami, commentary about the Chanchalam verse. He's saying about the Chanchalam, Himana Krishna Pramati Balavadridam. Arjuna said, no? So he's saying, Swabhave naiva chapalam. He's saying, by nature the mind is chapalam. He's saying. Now you may ask, really? Why did God create a mind like that? No, it is chapalam because of associating with sense objects. If the mind is, the mind has two types of swabhava. When we are in our swarupa, the swabhava is to be peaceful. Like he says, Apuryamanam, Achala Pratishtham, Samudramapa Pravishanti Yadvat, Tadvat Kamayam Pravishanti Sarve, Sashanti Mapnoti Nakama Kami. We attain like an ocean, even though rivers are going in, coming out, the ocean is undisturbed. We will be like that, provided we fix it on the Lord. Another verse, Yukta karma phalam tyaktva shanti mapnoti naishtikim ayukta kama karena phale sakto nibhadyate. Very beautiful verse. He says, Yukta karma phalam tyaktva, if you engage in Krishna consciousness and give up your fruits, shanti mapnoti, you will attain peace. What type of peace? Naishtikim means everlasting peace. There are two types of shanti. When you get a sense object, you get shanti also, but that is not naishtikim. That is short-lived. Like I wanted a car, I got it. Am I peaceful? No, you are peaceful. Who said you are not peaceful? But that peace will not last for long. Like you wanted gulab jamun, you got it. Are you happy? Happy or not? Yes, but how long? Till you finish it. After you finish it, what will you say? One more. Correct, no? And then one more. Okay, you are given as much as you want. You ate 25 gulab jamuns. Are you happy? Now you are not happy because stomachache came. Until the senses drive us to insanity, they are not going to be satisfied. Either you don't get it, therefore you are frustrated, or you get more of it and you suffer because of overdose of gulab jamun, then you suffer. So either way we enjoy or suffer? Suffer. So therefore the material objects have a nature that the more we chase after them and get them or not get them, either way there is suffering. So therefore he says that the Vitrishna comes by seeing the evil or the evil qualities or the faults in sense gratification, he says. Actually, we should be able to see what is the meaning of hearing Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha hearing means we should be able to see with our Shastra Chakshu that in this world, chasing after the sense objects for the sake of sense gratification is not a fruitful endeavor. Rather, it is a futile endeavor. It is a pain-producing endeavor. One should be convinced about it by discussing this kind of examples. That's the idea. And then because when you are convinced, nobody needs to take a stick and stand next to you. Hey, don't eat too much. Hey, don't sleep too much. Hey, surrender to Krishna. Not required. Because who is convinced? You are only convinced. Therefore, he says, Bhukta bhoga parityakta drishta doshata nityashaha na ishwarasya shubham datte sve mahim nistitasya cha. This is by Kapila. He says, Bhukta bhoga parityakta. The jiva will drop all the objects of the world which he is chasing after to enjoy. When? Drishta dosha. When he sees faults in them. When he sees faults in them, then he will not touch them. Correct, no? Like for the cat, they have kept a cage. Correct? Now the cat goes inside and is watching why they kept inside. Why don't they keep it outside? At least he has a little doubt. So one cat went in. She drank the curd. But the upper puri was kept, she was little doubtful, should I pull it or not?